Hello students, in today's session we are going to study the chapter Jainism and Buddhism. During the 6th century BC, the Aryans were able to set up large kingdoms called Janpadas. The big and more powerful Janpadas were called Mahajanpadas. There were 16 Mahajanpadas in the early 6th century BC. The map shows the 16 Mahajanpadas, among which were Kandhar, Kuru, Avanti, Kashi, Anga, Magad, etc. During this period, there were many changes in the society. Religion became complex, expensive, and very difficult to practice. The Brahmins dominated the society. The caste system also became very rigid. The common people began to feel the need of a simple religion which could be easily understood by them. This resulted in the rise of two great religions, Jainism and Buddhism, in the 6th century BC. Children, now let us see the causes for the rise of Jainism and Buddhism in India in the 6th century BC. First, reaction against ritualism. We know that during the later Vedic period, the rituals and sacrifices had become very expensive, complex, and essential part of the religion. The common people could not afford them. They wanted a simple faith which was devoid of all complications. This was an important cause that gave rise to faiths that were simple and also not expensive. Second, corruption in religion. The Brahmins or the priestly class had a supreme position in the society. In order to extract money, they began to encourage ordinary people to perform expensive yajnas and sacrifices which were beyond their means. This attitude of the priestly class was not liked by common man. The Kshatriya rulers protested against such practices, and we know that both Jainism and Buddhism were founded by Kshatriya princes. Third reason is rigid caste system. The caste system became more rigid. People belonging to higher caste like Brahmins and Kshatriyas enjoyed many privileges. The people of higher caste ill-treated the people of lower caste, especially the Shudras. They were regarded as untouchables. They led a miserable life. Both Jainism and Buddhism opposed caste system and supported equality of mankind. Difficult language. The Vedic literature was mostly in Sanskrit, which could not be understood by common people. The Brahmins or the priests could only read and understand the Vedic text. People wanted a religion which could be easily understood. Buddha and Mahavira, on the other hand, explained to the people in Pali or Prakrit, which was the language of the common people during that time. Coming to the next point, political situation. During the 6th century BC, Magad was ruled by Bimbisara and later by Ajatashatru. Both the rulers were liberal and tolerant. They were free from the influence of Brahmins and they rejected the social evils in their kingdom. They patronized Jainism and Buddhism. The last point is agricultural economy. Animal sacrifice had become very common. Many animals were sacrificed in the yajna, which was considered to be sacred. The common people did not like this. They rose against the practice of killing animals to please God. They wanted a religion which would protect animals from being killed. Both Jainism and Buddhism preached non-violence and were against animal sacrifice. Now let us study Jainism. Vardhaman Mahavira was the founder of Jainism. Jains believed that there had been 24 teachers known as Tirthankaras. The first Tirthankara was Rishabdev. The 23rd was Parshvanath. Mahavira was the 24th and the last Tirthankara. Now let us study about the life of Mahavira. Vardhaman Mahavira was born at Kundagram near Vaishali in Bihar in 599 BC. His father Siddharth was the chief of Kshatriya tribe. His mother Trishula was a Lichavi princess. Vardhaman got married to Princess Yashoda. At the age of 30, Vardhaman left his palace and family and went in search of truth. He renounced the world and roamed about as an ascetic and practiced severe penance for 12 years. At last, he attained enlightenment. He subdued his desires and became a Jina or the conqueror, and his followers came to be called as Jains. The next topic is preachings of Mahavira. Mahavira gave his first sermon at Mount Vipul in Rajgriha, which was the capital of Magadh. He became a Kavalya, which means all-knowing, or Lord Mahavira, and had a large number of followers. He preached at various centers like Avanti, Kosla, Anga, Champa, etc. He attained salvation, that is Parinirvana, at the age of 72 at Pavapuri in Bihar in 527 BC. Children, now let us study the main teachings of Jainism. According to Mahavira, the supreme goal of life is attainment of salvation, and so he preached the 5 great vows by which one must lead his life to attain salvation. These vows are: first, ahimsa, or not to cause harm to any living being. Second, satya, that is not to tell a lie. Third, asteya, that is not to steal. Fourth, aparigraha, that is non-attachment to worldly things. And fifth, brahmacharya, that is practicing chastity. Besides the 5 vows, the 9 truths are most important subjects of Jain philosophy. These are Jeev, Ajeev, Punya, Paap, Astrav, Sanvar, Bandh, Nirjara and Moksha. Now let us study doctrines of Jainism. First, 3 Ratnas. Mahavira believed that everyone, irrespective of their caste, could attain salvation or moksha through good deeds by following the 3 jewels or 3 Ratnas, which are right faith, right knowledge and right conduct. Second, karma. Mahavira believed in the theory of karma. According to this theory, an individual must be responsible for his or her own actions or karma. Good deeds would free a man from the cycle of life and death. Third, equality. According to Mahavira, every man and woman is equal and have the right to achieve nirvana by living a pure life. He believed in universal brotherhood where everyone is equal irrespective of their caste or creed. Fourth, eternal soul. According to Mahavira, the soul or Atma is immortal and it is the body that dies, not the soul. Fifth, salvation. Jains believed in moksha or salvation, that is freedom from the cycle of birth and rebirth. And this could be achieved by following the three ratnas. Sixth, belief in penance. Jains believed in hard penance. To starve oneself to death was regarded as a great virtue. After the death of Mahavira, his followers were divided into two groups, Shvetambras and Digambras. Shvetambras, or the white-clad Jains, wore white clothes and covered their mouth and nose with a small piece of white cloth. They believed in fasting but not in severe penance and a life of austerity. Digambras were the sky-clad Jains. They do not wear clothes. They were orthodox followers of Mahavira who kept long fasts and led a life of self-torture.